Hey everyone, Token Dave over here. Dorky Token Black Guy is just trying to get by. And welcome back to the Godzilla Garage, where I explicitly talk about Godzilla or Godzilla related content. Now, I don't know if it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, time flew, but O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube's son, states that in the Godzilla 2, Godzilla King of Monsters, the fight between Godzilla and King Ghidorah is going to be amazing. And yeah, I'll believe when I see it, because especially when he says as a nerd, and I'm sorry, if you're already not part of the fanboy community, an active member or seen as a, when you start to state the word nerd, yeah, you lose credibility. But he did actually have me thinking about something. What are the kaiju that I would like to see Legendary adapt, in the future MonsterVerse or Godzilla universe? So, but everyone has their own favorites. I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to state the 5 kaiju that I would like to see, but I don't believe I will see, or has a high probability it won't happen. So, here are the 5 kaiju that I would like to see in the Legendary verse, but odds are I will not see. Number 5, Varan. Now, I only saw the American cut, and I didn't see the Japanese cut and everything, and I'll be honest, that American cut sucked! If you want my full review, I'll drop it in the link below, but despite all of that, Varan actually is one of the kaiju that does have potential. And, I would like to see basically him modernized and go against Godzilla and give him some new things. Because one thing about the Legendary verse, they're trying to ground him and make it more realistic. And you know what? Varan is one of the kaiju that is an ancient creature and that can be grounded and that can be more realistic to a degree, and it would be interesting to see him updated. So I say, hey, go with Varan. Number 5. Number 4, Meganulon. Now, here's the thing. I said Meganulon. Megalon. Sorry. Now, here's the thing. I love this movie. I love Godzilla vs. Megalon. It's all the cheesy awesomeness of the Showa era. Don't get me wrong, I can see why it's low on a lot of people's list, but, it's a guilty pleasure for me. And Megalon is one of the characters that I feel is greatly underdeveloped, and they can actually expand on him a lot. And especially since, he is more of a underground kaiju that is upset with humanity, what they're doing to things below the surface, they can actually expand, give him more intelligence, and make him more of a threat to Godzilla. And it can actually be a good kaiju battle if they actually expand on him. So Megalon has a lot of potential, like Varan, and there's a lot of space for him to actually go against the King. Of course, the King's going to win, though, but, it could be an interesting battle. Number 3, Orca. Orca that we saw in this movie, Godzilla 2000, Now, like I said, Legendary is trying to make things a little more grounded. But I feel that I know that there has to be a way you could actually incorporate this space creature and ground him a little bit more. But even at that, the design of Orca was really interesting. I actually did like the battle, even though Orca was kind of stupid with what he tried to do to absorb Godzilla and everything. But, I feel that it could still, if they actually sat down and thought about it, they could actually make a decent kaiju battle between Orca and Godzilla in the Legendary universe. All right? But it's really unlikely that they're going to choose him, Number 2, Gamera. This is the movie that I've been waiting for ever since I got introduced to Gamera in my teens. And I'm sorry. Granted, yes, I do know that Godzilla will still kick Gamera's ass, but I still want to see this fight. God damn it, all of us, and I know I'm not alone, but I know every Godzilla fan and every Kaiju fan has always wanted to see Gamera versus Godzilla in a movie. It would be cool. It would be awesome. Godzilla will come on top, but this is the one Kaiju and everything that we all know that could give Godzilla an interesting fight and everything. A lot more interesting than King Kong because, I don't know how, personally, I don't know how they're going to do Kong versus Godzilla in the Legendary verse, but, definitely Gamera will be more of a threat, more interesting, and it would just be awesome to finally get that movie. And I know I'm not alone. But, yeah, Gamera, number 2. Number 1, Bakken. Who is Bakken? Well, basically, Bakken was actually the last monster you faced in the Super Godzilla video game for the Super Nintendo. Now, all Godzilla fans know to the extent the history of Bakken and everything. They've tried to make so many movies of him in the 80s and the 90s, it just didn't pan out. But the way he looked in that video game was awesome. And I actually heard that there's some comics with him, which I'm going to try to collect. But, that's the one character that I really want Legendary to do. If there's only one from this list, it is Bakken and all. And I don't think it's going to happen because Toho hasn't done it yet. But, this one, I want Toho or Legendary to do. Someone, please, I want the Godzilla vs. Bakken movie. Badly. But those are my 5 Kaiju that I want to see Legendary adapt to a movie. What Kaiju do you want to see Legendary adapt? Any Kaiju. Drop them in the comment section below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook at Token Dave or on Twitter at TokenDave80. Subscribe. Ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. And spread this video out. But until then, this has been Token Dave, dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. I'll catch all of you later.